Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today, we're starting a new series of Space Engineers. I will continue my streamings on Monday through Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 10 p.m. or thereabouts, and Friday, Saturday, 6 p.m. 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Today, I'm going to be going through the controls and a kind of tutorial for those playing on console, because I know it can be a daunting challenge, especially for some people that I know, and we're going to just work on that. So, start a new game. You just go down here to new game. I'm not going to be using any mods. Now, a good place to learn how to play is first jump. It's out of date. It honestly is, but it gives you a good starting scenario. But if you just want to jump straight into everything, I'm going to start a ooh. Okay, there's some things on here that I haven't seen before. I'm going to have to take a look at that, but we're just going to jump straight in here. We're not going to mess with anything. This is going to be a straight vanilla start. Alright, so for this one, we have the Earth-like, the Moon drop, Mars drop, and a space pod. The Moon and Mars do not have atmosphere, and a space pod, you're literally just in space and pod. To give you guys the easiest start, we're going to start on the Earth-like, but I'm actually curious about something, so I'm going to actually back out of that quick. And I want to see how this starts, if this one has all of the planets like you would normally encounter. Okay, so they split them up. Apparently, for console edition, they decided to split up the planets, possibly the moons. So we're going to go through these three different ones, and I'm going to show you how they are. That second one had the alien planet and Pertram, which you can start on. This one has Titan, Europa, Triton, and Space Pod. So these are all the moons that you can spawn on. But we're going to go to the home system. I'm going to come in here to customize, because this is everything you know to switch from survival to creative, to put it online if you want it to be, to choose mods if you choose, similar speed, the whole works. Now I'm going to game periods outside the area. So yeah, unlimited. I'll kick it up to that, then kick it down to there. We're going to play with everything default. And I am going to... Okay, so wolves are enabled, which is good. But yeah. And now, as we've gone through these quite a bit, there's experimentals, there's miscellaneous, combat, PvP, encounters, NPCs, survival. But this is going to be complete vanilla start, so we're just going to get in there, and then we're going to drop in the Earth-like drop pod. Now, one of the most important resources that you can get while dropping in is ice, because you need it for everything. So, yeah, get used to this again. So we can take a little look around here. By holding the top two triggers on the controller, I can take a look around. As we're falling down, to change camera, you hold down the right top trigger and you hit up on the D-pad. So I'm going to go into here using the touchpad on the PlayStation, as that's what I'm playing on. I'm going to go over to antenna. We're going to do the broadcast radius for as far as it'll go. Let's just go all the way to there. Now we're going to come down to ore detector. It's going to be on 50. let's drive around for a little while and see if we can detect anything good, because we want the we want to find iron for sure and cobalt. Now, if you hold down both top triggers and you go back on with your left stick, you can zoom all the way out, look down, and with the right one you can pretty much maneuver it around. If you see like gray spots on the ground, or like that boulders over there, that's can hold some resources. I also believe that I just saw some possible vegetation over here, so we're gonna go check that out. To drive backwards, you go back on the left stick. To drive forward, you go on the left stick, and you also turn left and right using the left joystick. Ugh. Right. So, I believe this is wheat. So we're going to gather that, because that'll come in handy later, especially since we're going to be able to turn into stuff. And that's just a bush. So we found wheat. It's the first time I've actually found that. So, we'll come down here, we found grain. We'll hop back in here. And we're going to go over towards this boulder. And we're going to see what it has in it. It has silicone. Silicone is handy, but it's not exactly what we need right now. And we're going to continue on with some of the controls. To, like I said, change your camera around, you just hold down the top two triggers and you use the right joystick to move the camera. You hold down the right trigger and press left on the D-pad to open up your faceplate and close it. Press right to turn on your lights and turn them off. And we're going to press triangle to use the jetpack. You can see it's on. And we're going to hold down X, A, or whatever it's going to be for you guys on whatever console you're using. And we're going to fly up to have a pretty good look around, so we can have an idea of where we are and where some ice is. Okay, ice is that way. Yeah. All right. So, hold down the left trigger and use the right joystick to change your your axis. So I can see ice over there. That's where we need to go. We need to head that way. So we're actually going to just, because there's gravity, we're going to hit triangle so we can pick up some speed and start falling more quickly here. Kids, do not try this at home. And as we get fairly close to the ground, right about here, we're going to touch it once more to slowly edge back down. And we're going to hit square to get back in our rover, and we are going to head in that general direction towards the ice. And I will be back as soon as we reach the ice. Alright guys, I'm back. We haven't been that long, but we came across a faction. To get to your faction, you touch the touchpad on the PlayStation. Go over to your factions. There's always going to be space pirates and space spiders. We have just came across the specialized munitions, which apparently they're friends with the rogue battalion. So they're going to be a good source of contracts and everything else. So we're going to continue on going forward, and I will catch you guys once we get closer to something more interesting.
Fuel low. Fuel critical.
Hello, everyone. This is nearing the episode. I'm sorry about this, but my audio from one of my PlayStation controllers went out during this. So next episode we're going to be doing the cargo containers. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.